cultural heritage. They are among the world's most famous and respected textiles. Hand-woven with remarkable skill, these carpets are more than decorative objects. They are work of art that tell the story of generations of tradition. During the Safavid or the Safawiyin Empire, Persian rug making reached its artistic peak. Royal workshops produced magnificent carpets for palaces, mosques, and international trade, earning Persian rug a worldwide reputation for quality and beauty. Traditional Persian rugs are woven by hand using wool for durability and warmth, silk for luxurious finely detailed carpets, and cotton for the foundation of many rugs. A single handmade rug can take months or even years to complete one rug, depending on its size and knot density. Skilled weavers tie thousands or even millions of individual knots to create detailed designs. Persian rugs are known for their rich colors, detailed pattern, and distinctive motifs that include central medallions, floral patterns, vine and arabesque, garden-inspired scenes, geometric design, animal and hunting scenes. Every design reflects centuries of creativity and often carries symbolic meaning of beauty, harmony, and prosperity. Each region of Iran has developed its own recognizable style, often reflecting local history and artistic traditions. Some of the best-known Persian rugs come from cities such as Tabriz, Isfahan, Kashan, Qom, Kerman. Persian rugs are more than decorative floor covering. They are work of art. They often become treasured family heirlooms, passed from one generation to the next. They also reflect Persian history, culture, and artistic expression, with many designs carrying symbolic meaning related to nature, prosperity, harmony, and spirituality. Today, Persian rugs remain highly valued by collectors, museums, and homeowners around the world. While machine-made carpets are widely available, authentic hand-woven Persian rugs continue to be admired for their craftsmanship, durability, and timeless beauty. Many antique Persian rugs have become valuable collector's items, prized for both their artistry and historical significance. Persian rugs are more than woven carpets. They are living expressions of history, culture, and human creativity. Every knot, every color, and every pattern reflects a tradition that has endured for centuries, making these remarkable creations true masterpieces of textile art.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Still with you and our edition of Inside the Middle East. We begin straight away with a look at some of the news making the headlines from the region, and we begin with Iran, that announced that it has received proposals from mediators aimed at easing tensions with the United States as military escalation between Washington and Tehran entered its 10th consecutive day. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson said diplomatic efforts were continuing in parallel with the response by the country's armed forces. Speaking at his weekly press conference, he was responding to a question from the state-run news agency about recent reports suggesting that Qatar had put forward new initiatives to revive negotiations, including speculation over a proposed 10-day ceasefire between Tehran and Washington. And Middle East Gulf crude and condensate exports rose sharply during the first half of July, reaching their highest level since before the outbreak of the Iran war, supported by temporary easing of tensions between the United States and Iran. Crude and condensate exports from Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Iraq, Kuwait, and Iran increased by about 16% from June's daily average to 12 million barrels per day during the first quarter of July. Observers say Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Iraq drove the increase in exports. Iraq is estimated to have recorded the largest month-on-month increase, and exports from the UAE eased from the record levels seen in June. For more news. Egypt has welcomed Belgium's decision to ban imports from Israeli settlements in the occupied Palestinian territories, including East Jerusalem and other European Union countries, to adopt similar measures. In a statement on Sunday, the Egyptian Ministry of Foreign Affairs described the Belgian government's decision as an important step that supports the values of justice and represents a practical and responsible application of international law and relevant UN resolutions. We now bring you a report on this recent decision and the settlements from the Israeli settlements and the ban of imports by Belgium. This in our report, and we'll be right back for a further in-depth discussion on the consequences of such a decision. Do stay tuned.
Substitute products for European Union imports from Israeli settlements largely target agricultural goods, wines and industrial products originating in the West Bank and Golan Heights. As the European Commission considers outright import bans, punitive tariffs or special licensing requirements for these goods, the EU observer says most common alternatives cover a number of fields. As for dates, substitutes include organic and medjool dates sourced directly from Palestinian growers or from other major date exporting nations like Jordan and Egypt. As for fresh produce and herbs, the EU observer says instead of settlement-grown edible flowers and citrus, EU buyers source organic herbs, avocados and citrus directly from Palestinian agricultural cooperatives in the West Bank and Gaza, or from other EU Mediterranean partners like Spain, Italy and Morocco. Alternative Dead Sea mineral and cosmetic lines are also available from Jordanian manufacturers operating on the eastern shores of the Dead Sea, avoiding brands operating in the West Bank industrial zones.
Welcome back, and of course for more on today's topic about the Belgium's decision to ban exports from Israeli settlements and of course the international reactions to such a decision, we're very much delighted to be joined live by our guest, Dr. Raghda Moussa, our business strategist. Dr. Raghda, very good afternoon to you, ma'am. Dr. Raghda, good afternoon.
Hi, hello.
Thank you very much, Dr. Raghda, for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you with us on this afternoon's edition of Inside the Middle East. Now, Dr. Raghda, Egypt has strongly praised Belgium's decision to ban exports from Israeli settlements. First and foremost, how do you weigh the significance of this move by Belgium?
First of all, thanks for having me today. It's a pleasure to be with you today.
Pleasure is all ours.
Thank you. So, as we all know that the European Union is the largest trading partner to Israel, accounting like 31.7% of the Israel total trade in goods. The European Union also supplies roughly around 33.1% of its imports to Israel and around 29.4% of the exports. So this is roughly representing goods of like $43.3 billion or $44 billion each year. It represents 1/3 of the commercial size or in Israel, in which having a decision like this will affect deeply how the commercial and economic decisions inside the entity will be. However, Belgium gave like 120 days before full implementation to the settlement of all the legal and political issues with the companies trading with the Israel. So having a decision like this, it's very important and crucial to have this decision. However, it also depends on the domino effect. So Norway is not the first or the largest company who's working or deal with the Israel entity.
Yes.
It comes in the fourth place after Spain, Netherlands, and Ireland. So it represents like 2% of the size of the commercial relationships. So we all depend on the dominant effects inside the European Union.
Yes. Dr. Raghda, now, of course, this is a very important decision which has been hailed by many countries, including Egypt. And Belgium passed this ban as part of a package tied to the Gaza war. Do you think that this could trigger a domino effect, so to speak, among other progressive, European countries or other countries from all around the world to take a similar action?
Oh, frankly speaking, yes. The domino effect here is very strong.
Yeah.
Especially as we already mentioned, it comes in the fourth place. However, the effect on the macroeconomics right now is not that large. It's only like we will say like a 1 to 2%, and as an immediate action or immediate effect. But the largest effect is coming on the corporate flights and relocation, the acceleration of the corporate flight and relocation, the severe compliance and legal costs that will be done on the Israeli companies, especially in the part, or specifically on the part of the agriculture, because the European market purchases like 63% of the all Israeli exported fruits and veggies. That's why the direct effect will be on the agriculture sector right now.
Yes. Doctor, you mentioned a very important issue, even though this is just 1 to 2%, but this in itself has a great impact message-wise. Now, do you see there's lots of debate that we're seeing whether this ban requires a unanimous European Union vote, or does it just qualify majority? Realistically, in your opinion, Doctor, can a few pro-Israeli EU members permanently block such a bloc-wide ban, so to speak?
Oh, actually, that already began a while ago, and they tried to have like a decision, but they failed on this. They are still trying to have this kind of decision, but I think that the precedent risk here will be enough to initiate the domino effect. So if we have like individuals like Belgium, Ireland, Spain, and Netherlands, they will be successfully push the European Commission to adopt the bloc-wide European ban.
Dr. Raghda, do you think this decision could influence, broader policy or a change of the European Union's broader policy towards the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the issue specifically of Israeli settlements?
Oh, I believe that already started. So, but we still have, we don't have that large effect so far. So it will affect Israel by losing access to the Belgian market as well as the European market. Will not visibly affect the GDP of the national trade balance on Israel, but by time it will have that effect. It actually have also tiny trade share, as Belgium already have tiny trade share with Israel. However, the European Union amount like 230 million annually as experts.
Yes, indeed.
So yes. So this So this would like a severe effect, but we need to still we need some time to wait to see this effect.
Yes, indeed. Now, Belgium, Ireland, the Netherlands, and Spain are all leading this charge. What, in your opinion, specifically connects these countries when it comes to their approach to the Palestinian cause?
Oh, as we already see from the previous period, that these countries already, all of them already have like identification of the Palestinian country as a country already. They already did that. So and also they have a number of collaboration with the Egyptian government in order to have more and more effective actions towards the Palestinian issue and Palestine as a country. So I believe that sooner we will see this action and the impact of these actions, especially in the part of business and commercial. This is the most important part, to push on or to force Israel to stop whatsoever they are doing right now in Palestinian occupied country.
Absolutely right. Dr. Raghda, the EU Foreign Policy Chief, Kaya Kallas, said and insisted that these measures are not against the Israelis per se, but against the illegal Israeli settlements. How do you see her comment, specifically her terminology that she used when she commented on this development?
All the time we are depending on numbers. So whatsoever the comment is, but we are depending on commercial numbers and business numbers. We see this on numbers. So right now we see that how this will affect the size of commerce or the size of commercial exploitation, importation, and so on. And we will rely on numbers, and in the upcoming period, we will rely on the number of investments already done and already will be withdrawn from the Israeli committee and so on.
Now,
so
Doctor, Sorry, Doctor, I was just going to ask you about the EU, which also discussed alternative options like heavy tariffs or import licensing systems, for example. Do you think those could have been more effective or easier to pass than an outright ban?
Oh, actually, no. It will take a time to do this. Actually, it will not be that easy. At all, especially with the number of the very high percentage of awareness from the commissions, from the countries, the European countries as well. So this will have like a push on the European governments not to have like special export licensing systems and so on. So they will think a lot before having this kind of decisions. It's coming, and it will be like it will have a positive effect on the outright and import depend with the Israeli.
Absolutely right. Finally, how do you expect the Israelis to retaliate against Belgium or other countries by extension? How might this strain EU trade relations with the Israelis, and do you expect any sort of retaliation?
Oh, I believe that it will have like a number of massive damage if expected to the Israeli proper, and it will have like a minimal effect on the settlements. So it only it will affect also more the exports of the Israeli exports more. But as I mentioned before, it only depends on time. So we need to wait and see.
And Doctor, in your opinion, looking ahead, what scenarios, for example, do you expect or foresee if more countries take on this similar stance and start restrictions and banning restrictions on settlement products?
Oh, actually, Norway did that. Norway is about to take the same decision, but they are still, but they are still in the process of having the actions and so on. So by September, we might hear about another decision of banning decision by Norway, and this, as I mentioned, it will decrease the number or percentage of the commerce or commercial exchange between the European Union and Israel.
Right. I'm afraid we'll leave it at that. We've run out of time. I'd like to thank you very, very much. Dr. Raghda Moussa, our business strategist. Many thanks, ma'am, for your time and your insights and for joining us this afternoon on Inside the Middle East. Thank you so much, Doctor. And with that, we wrap up today's episode of Inside the Middle East. We do hope you have enjoyed it. My name is Angie Meher. Thank you for joining us.